Hello, my dear students. Today we will have an introduction to integers. So what are integers? Integers are numbers found on a number line. Integer is composed of whole numbers and their opposites including zero. To understand this better, let's take a look at this number line. So we have here the whole numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. These whole numbers here are what we call as the positive numbers or positive integers. And each positive integer on the number line has a corresponding negative integer, which are considered as their opposites. For example, the opposite of 1 is negative 1, the opposite of 2 is negative 2, the opposite of 3 is negative 3, and so on. Okay, so these opposites of the whole numbers are what we call as the negative integers or negative numbers. 0 is neither positive nor negative. It serves as the boundary between the positive integers and the negative integers. Okay, since the number line extends on both sides, it means that we still have more integers before or after negative 8 and positive 8. Okay, so it extends infinitely on both sides. So there are more integers after negative 8 and 8. Again, the numbers to the right of 0 are called positive integers. In our next lessons, we'll be using this yellow circle to represent the positive integers. On the other hand, the numbers to the left of 0 are called negative integers. These are the opposites of the positive integers. And we'll be using red circle to represent negative integers. Now, in comparing integers, let us always remember that the value of an integer gets smaller as you move further to the left of 0. For example, if you are to compare negative 5 and negative 2, we'll have negative 5 is less than negative 2. That is because negative 2 is closer to 0 than negative 5. Again, as you move further to the left of 0, the number or the value of the integer decreases. On the other hand, the value of an integer gets larger as you move further to the right of 0, because the numbers on the right of 0 are again the positive integers or the whole numbers. We may also use a number line which is vertical in form, like this one. Now, if the number line is in vertical form, let us remember that the numbers above 0 are the positive integers. So these are the numbers above 0 or on top of 0. Then the numbers below 0 are the negative integers. This time, the value of an integer gets smaller as you move further below 0, because below 0 are the negative integers, while the value of an integer gets larger as you move further above 0, because again, above 0 are where the positive integers are. Always remember that positive integers are always greater than negative integers. Now, when talking about integers, we also have what you call the absolute value. This pertains to the distance of a number from a reference point 0. So the absolute value is represented using this symbol, two vertical lines. So if you have, say for example, A, inside the absolute value symbol, it means that the absolute value of A. For example, if you are to get the absolute value of negative 5, it means that you will get the distance of negative 5 from 0. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the absolute value of negative 5 is 5. It means the distance of negative 5 from 0 is 5 units. Now let's do the following examples to understand more about integer. So let us use an integer to represent each situation. First, a submarine cruises at a depth of 50 meters. So if we will visualize it, we'll have the sea level as 0. Then, since the submarine cruises at a depth, so it means it's below sea level, therefore 50 meters will be written as negative 50. Anna has a debt of 25 pesos. Since Anna owes someone 25 pesos, it means that this is negative 25. The price increased by 3 pesos. Increased can be represented by a positive integer. So we'll have it as 3. Okay. The symbol for positive is like a plus sign, like this one, but we no longer write it whenever we're writing a positive integer, because again, positive integers are whole numbers, or whole numbers are positive integers. Next, the temperature is 3 degrees below 0. Since it's below 0, we'll have 3 degrees as negative 3. Next, Jackie got 2 demerits for coming late for school. Demerits means a deduction or minus in grades. So 2 here is represented by a negative 2 integer. Then, John withdraws 500 pesos from his account. Since John took money from his account, we'll have 500 pesos as negative 500. Now, let us try to compare each pair of integers given. First, we have negative 5 and 5. Remember, positive integers will always be greater than negative integers. So the answer here is less than. Negative 5 is less than 5. Next, we have negative 10 and negative 9. Since both of them are negative, let's visualize where they are located in our number line. Negative 10 is farther from 0 than negative 9. So we'll have less than. Next, negative 4 and 0. Since 0 is neither positive or nor negative, then it is greater than the negative integers. So we'll have less than. Remember, the number on the left side of 0 are negative integers, and as you move further to the left of 0, the number gets smaller, or the value of the integer gets smaller. Next, 7 and negative 3. Again, positive integers will always be greater than negative integers. Then we have negative 15 and negative 20. Negative 15 is closer to 0 than negative 20. So we'll have greater than. Then, negative 8 and 2. Again, positive integers will always be greater than negative integers. Next, let us compare and arrange the following integers in increasing order. Again, it's increasing order. So that means we will start from the negative integers, because negative integers are lesser in value than positive integers. First, we have negative 2, 3, 7, and negative 8. So let's focus first on the negative integers. We have negative 2 and negative 8. Between negative 2 and negative 8 is lesser in value than negative 2. So if we will arrange it in increasing order, we'll have negative 8 followed by negative 2. Then we know that 3 is lesser than 7, so we'll have 3 and 7. Next, 0, negative 10, 11, negative 9, and negative 6. Again, since we're arranging these in increasing order, we'll look at the negative integers first. Among the negative integers here, negative 10 is further away from 0, so this is the smallest in value, followed by negative 9, then negative 6, then we have 0 before we go to the positive integer, which is 11. Next, 12, negative 13, 5, and negative 5. Again, we're arranging in increasing order, so we'll focus on the negative integers first, and negative 13 is lesser than negative 5, then 5 is lesser than 12. Next, we have negative 11, negative 5, negative 9, negative 2, and 0. Okay, negative 11 is further from 0, followed by negative 9, then negative 5, negative 2, and 0. Last examples, let us compare and arrange the following integers in decreasing order. So this time, we'll focus first on the positive integers because we will be arranging the integers in decreasing order. First, we have negative 7, 15, negative 3, and negative 2. So we only have one positive integer here, which is 15. So we'll write 15 first, followed by negative 2 is closer to 0, so that is greater than the other negative integers, followed by negative 3 and negative 7. Next, we have negative 25, 0, negative 1, and 10. So positive 10 is greater than negative 5, so we'll write it first, followed by positive 5, then 0 before we go to the negative integers. Negative 1 is closer to 0, so this is greater than negative 20. Next, we have 10, negative 7, 8, and negative 4. Again, we are arranging these integers in decreasing order. So 10 will be written first, followed by 8. Then negative 4 is closer to 0 than negative 7, so we'll have negative 4 and negative 7. Last one, negative 2, negative 6, negative 1, 0, and 4. So we only have one positive integer here, which is 4. So that is greater than all the integers here, followed by 0. Then negative 1 is closer to 0, so we'll have it written first before negative 2, followed by negative 6. So that's it for our lesson for today. Thank you for listening.